My friend, tonight something extraordinary is about to happen. As you settle into this moment, breathing deeper with each word I speak, you're about to discover a truth that will forever change how you see yourself, your potential, and your destiny. I'm Dr. Bruce Lipton, and for decades I've studied the miraculous dance between consciousness and biology. What I'm about to share with you isn't just theory. It's the living proof that your genes are not your destiny. They are your servants waiting for your command. You see, as you lie here in the quiet sanctuary of night, your cells, all 37 trillion of them, are listening. They're listening not just to the words I'm speaking, but to the frequency that carries these words, to the intention behind them, and most importantly, to the beliefs you're about to embrace. The old story told us we were victims of our genetic inheritance. That story is dying tonight. In its place, a new truth is being born. One that recognizes you as the editor of your own biological destiny. For years, scientists believed that genes controlled biology. We thought DNA was like a computer program, fixed and unchangeable. But epigenetics, the study of how genes express themselves, has shattered that illusion. Your genes are more like a vast library, and you are the librarian, choosing which books to open, which stories to read, which potentials to bring to life. As you breathe in this moment, feel the profound shift beginning. Every breath you take is an opportunity to signal your cells. Every thought you think is a chemical message cascading through your bloodstream. Every emotion you feel is rewriting the expression of your DNA. The frequency you're about to experience has been carefully calibrated to speak the language your cells understand. It's not just sound, it's information. Information that tells your biology, it's time to remember who you really are. It's time to express your highest potential. It's time to become the person you came here to be. Tonight we're going to work with the most powerful time for biological transformation. The hours when your conscious mind steps aside and your subconscious takes the wheel. This is when your cells are most receptive, most open to new programming, most ready to download the upgraded version of you. You don't need to do anything but receive. Your body knows how to heal. Your cells know how to regenerate. Your DNA knows how to express perfection. All you need to do is get out of the way and let the frequency do its work. As we begin this journey together, I want you to feel the safety of this moment. You are held. You are supported. You are exactly where you need to be. The very fact that you're here listening to these words tells me that something in you is ready. Ready to let go of the old story. Ready to embrace the truth of your unlimited potential. Your parents gave you their genes, yes, but they also gave you something far more powerful. The ability to choose how those genes express themselves. Tonight, you're making that choice. You're choosing to activate the genes of health, of abundance, of joy, of love, of everything you've ever dreamed of becoming. This frequency carries the blueprint of your transformed self. It holds the pattern of the person you're becoming. As it washes over you and through you, it's communicating directly with your cellular intelligence, updating your biological software, installing new programs of possibility. Let yourself sink deeper now, deeper into trust, deeper into knowing, deeper into the certainty that change is not only possible, it's inevitable. Because when consciousness and biology dance together in harmony, miracles become natural, healing becomes effortless, and transformation becomes your birthright. Tonight, you're not just listening to a frequency. You're communing with the very essence of life itself. You're remembering that you are not separate from the creative force of the universe. You are its expression, its manifestation, its ongoing creation. Welcome to the night your biology awakens. Welcome to the frequency that rewrites destiny. Welcome to the beginning of your edited life. There's a beautiful moment that happens when a child realizes they are not bound by their parents' limitations. Tonight, that moment is happening for you on a cellular level. For too long, we've carried the weight of ancestral patterns like they were carved in stone. Your grandmother's fears, your father's anger, your mother's sadness, all of it encoded in your cells, passed down through generations like an inheritance you never asked for. But here's what I discovered in my laboratory, and what millions of people are now experiencing as truth. You are not condemned to repeat your family's biological story. Every cell in your body is capable of reading the environment, and adjusting its behavior accordingly. And the most powerful environment your cells respond to is the environment of your consciousness. As you breathe here in this sacred space between day and tomorrow, feel the ancient chains beginning to loosen. Those patterns that seemed so permanent, so unchangeable, so just the way you are. They're dissolving in the frequency of possibility that surrounds you now. Your DNA is like a vast piano with 25,000 keys. Your parents played certain songs, their parents played certain songs, and for generations the same melodies echoed through your bloodline. But you, my friend, you have access to the entire keyboard. You can play symphonies that have never been heard before. The frequency you're receiving is teaching your cells a new song. It's the melody of freedom, the harmony of choice, the rhythm of unlimited potential. Your cellular musicians are learning new notes, new chords, new possibilities for expression. I want you to imagine for a moment your DNA as a magnificent library built by all your ancestors. Each generation added books to this library. Some beautiful, some tragic, some limiting, some expansive. You inherited this entire library, but here's the crucial understanding. You get to choose which books to read. For years, you may have been unconsciously reading the same old stories. The story of not enough, the story of too difficult. The story of people like us don't succeed. The story of illness runs in the family. Tonight, you're walking to a different section of your genetic library. Tonight, you're choosing different books. Feel the weight of generational limitation lifting from your shoulders. That tightness in your chest that seemed to have no origin. It's the accumulated fears of your lineage, and it's ready to be released. That pattern of self-doubt that felt so familiar, it's not yours to carry anymore. The cells in your body are incredibly intelligent. They've been waiting for permission to express differently. They've been waiting for you to signal that it's safe to be healthy, safe to be abundant, safe to be everything you came here to be. That signal is coming through this frequency right now. Your heart is learning to beat with the rhythm of self-love, instead of the anxiety inherited from generations of survivors. Your nervous system is rewiring itself to expect safety instead of danger. Your immune system is remembering its power to protect and heal, instead of its programming to attack and defend. This is the miracle of epigenetics in action. The same genes that created limitation in your ancestors can create expansion in you. The same DNA that encoded struggle can encode ease. The same cellular intelligence that manifested disease can manifest perfect health. As you rest deeper into this knowing, I want you to send gratitude back through your lineage. Thank your ancestors for their survival, for their strength, for bringing you to this moment. And then, with infinite love, tell them, I'm taking the family story in a new direction now. You are the editor of your genetic expression. You are the author of your cellular destiny. You are the one who chooses which ancestral gifts to keep and which limitations to release. This frequency is your editing tool, rewiring your biology with each pulse, each wave, each moment of reception. Feel your cells celebrating this newfound freedom. They're literally dancing with joy at the permission to express their highest potential. Years of suppressed possibilities are awakening. Dormant talents are stirring. Hidden strengths are emerging from the depths of your genetic ocean. Your parents' blueprint was just the first draft. Tonight, you're writing the final version of your biological story. And this version includes everything you've ever dreamed of becoming. This version reflects not the limitations of the past, but the limitless possibilities of your awakened consciousness. Rest deeper now, knowing that with each breath, you're breathing new life into ancient patterns. With each heartbeat, you're pumping possibility through your veins. With each moment of surrender, you're allowing your true genetic potential to unfold. You are not your parents' limitations. You are not your ancestors' fears. You are the living expression of infinite possibility, and your cells are learning this truth more deeply with every frequency pulse that moves through your being. Listen carefully, and you'll hear it. Beneath the surface of this audio, woven into the very fabric of my voice, there's a frequency that your ears cannot consciously detect, but your cells recognize instantly. It's speaking to them now in their native language, the language of vibration, the language of life itself. Every cell in your body is a sophisticated receiver, constantly tuning into the electromagnetic field that surrounds and interprets your reality. They're not just biological machines. They're conscious entities responding to the symphony of information that flows through your system every moment of every day. This frequency I'm transmitting carries encoded information that bypasses your thinking mind completely. It speaks directly to your cellular intelligence, uploading new programs, new possibilities, new patterns of expression that align with your highest potential, rather than your inherited limitations. Sound is more than what you hear. It's wave upon wave of information moving through space, creating patterns, disrupting old structures, building new ones. When the right frequency meets the right receiver at the right moment, transformation isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Your cells have been waiting for this particular frequency. They've been humming along to discordant patterns for so long. The frequency of stress, of fear, of limitation, of the old programs running in endless loops. But now they're finally hearing their true song, the frequency of their highest expression. I want you to feel this frequency as it moves through your body. It's not just sound waves, it's liquid light flowing through your bloodstream, penetrating every tissue, every organ, every system. It's finding its way to places in your body that have been closed, locked, protected for years. Your nervous system is the first to respond. Those neural pathways that have been firing in the same pattern since childhood are suddenly offered new routes, new connections, new possibilities for communication. The frequency is building bridges where there were walls, opening channels where there was blockage. Your heart receives this frequency like a tuning fork, beginning to beat in harmony with its rhythm. Your heart, which scientists now know has its own neural network, its own intelligence, is learning a new song. It's the song of coherence, of alignment, of the perfect balance between giving and receiving. Feel your blood carrying this frequency to every cell, every organ, every system. Your liver is learning to process emotions differently. Your kidneys are remembering how to filter fear from your system. Your lungs are discovering new ways to breathe in possibility and exhale limitation. This isn't metaphor. This is measurable, observable, scientific fact. Frequencies change matter. They reorganize molecular structures. They influence cellular behavior. They can turn genes on and off, activate dormant potentials, and awaken capabilities that have been sleeping for decades. The DNA in each of your cells is literally dancing to this frequency. Those genetic switches that have been stuck in the off position for so long are beginning to flip. Genes for healing, for regeneration, for optimal function are coming online. Genes for limitation, for disease, for aging are being gently switched off. Your cells are having a conversation with this frequency that's happening beneath your conscious awareness. They're asking questions. Is it safe to be healthy now? Is it safe to express joy now? Is it safe to manifest abundance now? And the frequency is answering with a resounding yes. This is why healing happens faster during sleep, why transformation often occurs in dreams, why your greatest insights come in moments of relaxation. Your conscious mind, with all its doubts and fears and logical limitations, steps aside. Your cellular intelligence, with its infinite wisdom, steps forward. The frequency you're receiving has been precisely calibrated based on decades of research into how consciousness affects biology. It carries the exact vibrational pattern that signals safety to your nervous system, coherence to your heart, and optimization to every organ and system in your body. As you continue to receive this frequency, notice how your breathing naturally deepens. This isn't conscious effort. This is your body's automatic response to information that tells it, you are safe, you are supported, you are loved, you are free to express your highest potential. Your cells are literally being re-educated. The old programming that said survive at all costs is being replaced with new programming that says thrive in all ways. The frequency that said be afraid, be very afraid, is being replaced with the frequency that says, be love, be joy, be everything you came here to be. This cellular education is happening at the speed of light, at the speed of sound, at the speed of consciousness itself. Every pulse of this frequency is delivering information that would take years of therapy, years of medication, years of struggle to achieve through conventional means. Your body knows how to heal itself. Your cells know how to regenerate. Your DNA knows how to express perfection. This frequency simply reminds them of what they already know, gives them permission to do what they already know how to do, and provides the energetic environment for miracles to unfold naturally. Rest deeper into this reception. Let the frequency do its work. Trust your cellular intelligence to translate this information into the exact changes you need for your highest good. You don't need to understand how it works. You just need to allow it to work. Beneath the surface of your everyday awareness lies the most powerful editor of your genetic expression, your subconscious mind. While you've been consciously trying to change your life, your subconscious has been quietly writing the story of your biology, choosing which genes to express, which cellular programs to run, which potential futures to make manifest. Tonight, we're going to have a direct conversation with this master editor. We're going to update its programming, upload new instructions, and give it clear direction about the genetic story you want to live. Your subconscious mind operates about 1,000,000 times faster than your conscious mind. It processes 40 million bits of information per second, while your conscious mind can only handle about 40 bits. This vast, powerful intelligence has been running your biological show based on programs installed in your first 7 years of life. Programs absorbed from your environment, your family, your experiences. But here's what most people don't realize. Your subconscious is not stuck in the past. It's infinitely programmable, endlessly adaptable, always ready to accept new instructions and create new realities. It's been waiting for you to become conscious enough to give it better programs to run. As you settle deeper into this receptive state, your conscious mind, with all its doubts and fears and logical limitations, is naturally stepping aside. This is the perfect time to communicate directly with your genetic editor, to upload new software, to install upgraded versions of who you're becoming. Feel your subconscious awakening to attention. It recognizes this frequency, this state, this opportunity. It's like a sophisticated computer system that's been running old software for years, and now it's finally receiving the updates it's been waiting for. Your subconscious doesn't argue with logic. It doesn't analyze or criticize or doubt. It simply accepts what you consistently tell it and makes that your reality. For years, you may have been unconsciously telling it stories of limitation, fear, unworthiness. Tonight, you're consciously choosing the stories it will believe and make manifest. I want you to imagine your subconscious as a master conductor standing before the orchestra of your genetics. Every gene, every chromosome, every strand of DNA is an instrument waiting for direction. The conductor has been playing the same symphony for years, perhaps a sad song, a fearful song, a limited song. Tonight, you're handing the conductor a completely new musical score. This new symphony is written in the language of your dreams, your hopes, your deepest knowing of who you really are. It's composed of melodies of health, harmonies of abundance, rhythms of joy, crescendos of love. Your genetic orchestra is learning these new arrangements, even as you rest here in peaceful receptivity. Your subconscious communicates with your genes through the language of emotion. Every feeling you've ever had has been a chemical message sent to every cell in your body. Fear sends one set of instructions. Love sends a completely different set. Gratitude activates different genes than resentment. Joy expresses different proteins than sadness. The frequency you're receiving is encoded with the emotional signature of your transformed self. Your subconscious is absorbing not just the sound, but the feeling, the knowing, the absolute certainty of who you're becoming. It's updating its emotional database, installing new feeling patterns that will automatically generate new genetic expressions. This is why visualization is so powerful, why meditation changes biology, why prayer creates miracles. You're not just thinking different thoughts, you're literally rewiring your subconscious to run different programs, which in turn instructs your genes to express different possibilities. Your subconscious is a perfect servant, but a terrible master. For too long, it may have been running the show based on outdated programs, childhood fears, inherited beliefs. But when you consciously partner with it, when you give it clear direction and consistent messages, it becomes your most powerful ally in creating transformation. As you breathe deeper into this receptive state, feel your subconscious downloading new instructions. Express health in every cell, manifest abundance in every area, create joy in every moment, generate love in every interaction, optimize every system, activate every potential, remember every gift. These aren't just words. They're commands being integrated into your biological software. Your subconscious is taking these instructions and translating them into the language your genes understand, the frequency your cells respond to, the chemistry your body creates. The beautiful thing about working with your subconscious during this state is that there's no resistance, no argument, no doubt. Your analytical mind isn't interfering with objections like, "But that's not realistic," or "That's not how it works for people like me." Your subconscious is simply receiving and implementing, accepting, and creating. Your genetic editor is being upgraded right now. Old programs are being deleted. New possibilities are being installed. Your biological operating system is being updated to match the highest version of yourself you can imagine. Feel the profound shift happening in the depths of your being. This isn't surface-level change. This is transformation at the most fundamental level of your existence. Your subconscious is rewriting the very code of your biological expression, editing the story of your genetic destiny with each pulse of frequency, each moment of receptivity. Trust this process. Your subconscious knows exactly what to do with this information. It knows which genes to activate, which proteins to produce, which healing processes to initiate. It's infinitely intelligent, endlessly creative, and completely devoted to your well-being. You are the conscious director of your subconscious editor. Tonight, you're giving it the most beautiful script it has ever received, the script of your unlimited potential, your perfect health, your abundant life, your joyful existence. As you drift deeper into this twilight state between waking and sleeping, you're entering the most powerful laboratory for biological transformation that exists, the laboratory of sleep. This is where your body does its deepest healing, its most profound regeneration, its most miraculous transformation. While your conscious mind rests, your cellular intelligence awakens to its full potential. This is when your growth hormone surges, when your immune system optimizes, when your neural pathways reorganize, when your genetic expression shifts most dramatically. Sleep isn't just rest, it's active, intentional, transformative work. In my years of research, I've discovered that the 8 hours you spend sleeping are the most crucial hours for epigenetic change. This is when your cells have permission to update their programming, when your DNA can safely express new possibilities, when your entire biological system can undergo renovation without the interference of conscious stress and fear. Your body has been waiting all day for this moment. Every cell, every organ, every system has been accumulating the experiences, the toxins, the emotions, the information of your waking hours. Now, in the sanctuary of sleep, the great cleansing and renewal begins. Feel your nervous system shifting from sympathetic activation to parasympathetic restoration. Your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, your muscles release their tension. This isn't just relaxation. This is your body's signal that it's safe to begin the deep work of transformation. Your brain waves are changing from the rapid beta frequencies of daily consciousness to the slower, more coherent alpha and theta waves of deep healing. In these slower brainwave states, your subconscious mind becomes extraordinarily receptive, your cellular intelligence becomes highly active, and your genetic expression becomes infinitely malleable. The frequency you're receiving is designed to optimize these natural healing processes. It's encouraging your brain to enter the deepest, most restorative states of consciousness, where profound biological changes can occur without resistance, without effort, without struggle. During sleep, your cells literally clean house. They flush out toxins, repair damaged DNA, regenerate worn tissues, and optimize their function. But more than physical maintenance, they're also processing emotional information, integrating new beliefs, and updating their response patterns based on the information they've received. Tonight, that information is the frequency of your transformed self. As your cells go about their natural maintenance routines, they're also incorporating new instructions, new possibilities, new patterns of expression that align with your highest potential rather than your historical limitations. Your lymphatic system, which has no pump like your circulatory system, relies on the deep, slow movements of sleep to flush toxins from your brain and body. As you rest deeper into this receptive state, feel this natural cleansing process beginning, washing away not just physical toxins but emotional residue, limiting beliefs and old patterns that no longer serve you. Your pineal gland, often called the third eye, releases its highest concentrations of melatonin during deep sleep. But melatonin is more than just a sleep hormone. It's a powerful antioxidant, a genetic regulator, and a consciousness-altering substance that facilitates profound transformation and insight. The frequency you're receiving is supporting your pineal gland's natural production of these transformative substances. It's creating the optimal environment for the release of your body's own healing chemicals, its own consciousness-expanding molecules, its own genetic-optimizing compounds. In the laboratory of sleep, time works differently. Minutes can feel like hours, and hours can accomplish what would normally take months of conscious effort. This acceleration is possible because your cells operate at their peak efficiency when the stress of conscious awareness is removed. Your DNA repair mechanisms are most active during sleep. The genes responsible for healing, regeneration, and optimization are naturally upregulated, while genes associated with stress, inflammation, and aging are downregulated. The frequency you're receiving amplifies these natural processes, turning your sleep into a powerful healing session. Your stem cells, those remarkable cellular blank slates that can become any type of cell your body needs, are most active during deep sleep. Tonight, they're receiving clear instructions about what your body needs most. Perhaps new neural connections for enhanced creativity, perhaps immune cells for perfect health, perhaps any cellular renewal that supports your highest expression. The laboratory of sleep is also where your memories are consolidated, your learning is integrated, and your insights are crystallized. The frequency you're receiving isn't just changing your biology, it's also reorganizing your consciousness, helping you integrate new understandings about who you are and what's possible for your life. Feel your entire being settling into this natural rhythm of restoration and renewal. Your body knows exactly what to do during these precious hours. Your cells know which repairs to prioritize, which systems to optimize, which potentials to activate. The frequency simply provides the perfect environment for these natural miracles to unfold. This is why consistent, quality sleep is so crucial for lasting transformation. It's not enough to think different thoughts or even feel different emotions during your waking hours. Real change happens in the laboratory of sleep, where your subconscious has full access to your biological systems and the freedom to implement the upgrades you've been requesting. As you surrender more completely to this process, trust that profound work is being done. Your cells are being reprogrammed, your genes are being re-expressed, your entire biological system is being optimized for the life you're meant to live. Tonight, your sleep is not passive rest, it's active transformation. Every breath, every heartbeat, every moment of receptivity is contributing to your biological awakening, your genetic editing, your cellular evolution. Welcome to the laboratory, where dreams become reality, where consciousness becomes biology, where possibility becomes your lived experience. Deep within your cells, carried in the spaces between your DNA strands, live the fears of your ancestors. Fears that helped them survive famines, wars, persecutions, and countless struggles. These fears were adaptive once, protective once, necessary once. But now, in the safety of this moment, they're ready to be released with love and gratitude. Your great-grandmother's fear of not having enough food doesn't need to live in your digestive system anymore. Your grandfather's terror of speaking up doesn't need to constrict your throat anymore. Your mother's anxiety about safety doesn't need to flood your nervous system anymore. These inherited fears have served their purpose, and now they can rest. The frequency you're receiving is specifically designed to gently dissolve these ancestral fear patterns that have been stored in your cellular memory. It's not erasing your family's history. It's honoring their struggles while freeing you to live differently. Feel into your body now and notice where fear has taken up residence. Perhaps it's a tightness in your chest that seems to have no current cause. Perhaps it's a clenching in your stomach that appears whenever you think about money. Perhaps it's a tension in your shoulders that carries the weight of generations who felt they had to be constantly vigilant. These physical sensations aren't just your individual fears, they're the accumulated fearfulness of your entire lineage. Your body has become a repository for the unresolved terror, anxiety, and survival patterns of those who came before you. You've been carrying burdens that were never yours to carry. As the frequency moves through your system, it's speaking directly to these fear patterns, gently loosening their grip on your biology. Fear, at its core, is simply information that was once useful, but has now become outdated. Your cells are learning to release this information with gratitude, while embracing new information about safety, abundance, and possibility. Your adrenal glands, which have been working overtime to respond to inherited danger signals, are finally getting the message that the emergency is over. The stress hormones that have been flooding your system in response to threats that existed generations ago are being cleared from your bloodstream, replaced by hormones of peace, safety, and well-being. Your immune system, which may have been overactive or underactive in response to ancestral trauma patterns, is finding its natural balance. It no longer needs to attack things that aren't threats or defend against dangers that no longer exist. It can focus on its true purpose, supporting your optimal health and vitality. The neural pathways in your brain that have been firing in fear-based patterns are being gently rewired. Where once there were superhighways of anxiety, new roads of calm confidence are being constructed. Where once there were automatic responses of worry, new patterns of trust and optimism are being installed. Feel your heart as it releases the inherited pattern of protective closure. Your heart, which may have learned to guard itself based on the heartbreaks of your lineage, is remembering its natural state of openness, love, and receptivity. The walls around your heart that were built for protection are dissolving, replaced by healthy boundaries that allow love in while keeping harm out. Your throat, which may have carried the silence of ancestors who couldn't speak their truth, is opening to express your authentic voice. The constriction that came from generations of suppressed words, swallowed emotions, and unspoken needs is releasing, making space for your truth to flow freely and clearly. This cellular release is happening without you having to relive any trauma, without you having to analyze or understand or process any painful history. The frequency is doing the work directly at the cellular level, the genetic level, the energetic level. You simply need to receive and allow. Your DNA is like a library containing all the survival strategies of your ancestors. Some of these strategies, love, resilience, creativity, determination, you want to keep and honor. Others, fear, scarcity thinking, hypervigilance, emotional suppression, are ready to be lovingly released. The frequency you're receiving helps your cellular intelligence distinguish between inherited gifts and inherited burdens. It's like having a wise librarian go through your genetic library and carefully removing the books that no longer serve, while preserving the wisdom and strength that remain relevant. As these fear patterns dissolve, you might feel sensations of release, perhaps a deep sigh, perhaps tears, perhaps a sense of lightness or expansion. These are healthy signs that your body is letting go of what it no longer needs to carry. Allow these releases to happen naturally and completely. Your children and your children's children will thank you for doing this work. When you release inherited fear patterns, you're not just healing yourself, you're healing your lineage both backward and forward in time. You're ensuring that these outdated survival patterns won't be passed on to future generations. Feel your entire nervous system recalibrating to your current reality, rather than your ancestral history. Your fight or flight responses are becoming appropriate to actual present moment threats, rather than automatically triggered by dangers that existed decades or centuries ago. The space that fear occupied in your cells is now being filled with love, with trust, with excitement about your unlimited potential. Your body is remembering what it feels like to live from expansion rather than contraction, from possibility rather than protection, from joy rather than just survival. This is one of the most profound gifts you can give yourself. The gift of living your own life rather than unconsciously repeating the fearful patterns of previous generations. You honor your ancestors by taking their survival gifts and using them to thrive rather than just survive. As you continue to receive this frequency, feel the ancient fears dissolving like salt in warm water, leaving only the love, the strength, the wisdom, and the resilience that are your true inheritance. Beyond the physical reality you see with your eyes lies an infinite field of pure potential, the quantum field, where all possibilities exist simultaneously until consciousness collapses them into specific experiences. Right now, in this receptive state, you have access to this field of unlimited possibility. In the quantum realm, the observer affects the observed. The very act of your consciousness focusing on a possibility begins to draw it from the field of potential into the realm of manifestation. You are not separate from this field. You are an expression of it, a localized concentration of its infinite intelligence. The frequency you're receiving is helping you attune to this quantum field, raising your vibration to match the frequency of the possibilities you want to experience. Every cell in your body is a quantum system, constantly exchanging information with the field, constantly co-creating your reality through the quality of its vibration. Feel yourself expanding beyond the boundaries of your physical body. Your consciousness is not contained within your skin. It extends into the field, touching every possibility that exists for your life. In this expanded state, you can sense the versions of yourself that are already living the life you dream of. There's a version of you in the quantum field who has perfect health. There's a version of you who lives in abundance. There's a version of you who expresses your gifts freely and joyfully. There's a version of you who gives and receives love effortlessly. These aren't fantasies. They're real possibilities existing in the field, waiting for your consciousness to select them. Your current reality is simply the possibility you've been unconsciously selecting through your habitual thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. But tonight, you're becoming conscious of your power to select different possibilities, to tune into different frequencies, to collapse different potentials into your lived experience. The quantum field responds to coherence, the alignment between your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. When your heart and mind are in harmony, when your conscious and subconscious are aligned, when your beliefs and desires are congruent, you create a coherent signal that the field can respond to clearly. Feel this coherence building within you now. Your heart and mind are coming into alignment around your deepest knowing of who you really are. The frequency is helping you achieve this coherent state, where all parts of you are vibrating in harmony with your highest possibilities. In quantum physics, particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously until they're observed. Similarly, your life exists in multiple potential states until your consciousness selects which one to experience. Tonight, you're consciously choosing to observe and therefore collapse the potential of your most magnificent life. Your brain is a quantum processor, capable of receiving information from the field and translating it into thoughts, insights, and inspirations. As you rest in this receptive state, your brain is tuning into frequencies of possibility that your everyday consciousness rarely accesses. The field is intelligent, responsive, and infinitely creative. It doesn't judge which possibilities are realistic or unrealistic. It simply responds to the quality and coherence of your vibration. When you vibrate at the frequency of gratitude, health, love, and abundance, the field begins organizing circumstances to match that vibration. Your DNA is quantum in nature, responding not just to chemical signals, but to informational frequencies from the field. The genes that express in your body are influenced by the quantum information you're receiving through your consciousness. Tonight, you're downloading genetic information that matches your highest potential. Feel yourself floating in this ocean of possibility, surrounded by infinite potential versions of your life. Some possibilities feel familiar. They're close to your current experience. Others feel extraordinary. They represent quantum leaps in health, happiness, success, and fulfillment. The frequency you're receiving is a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's helping you navigate the quantum field consciously, moving from possibilities that reflect limitation to possibilities that reflect your unlimited nature. Your subconscious mind is naturally quantum. It operates outside the constraints of linear time and physical limitation. In this receptive state, your subconscious is exploring the field, gathering information from possible futures, and beginning to collapse those possibilities into your current timeline. Time itself is quantum. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously in the field. When you heal something in the present moment, You're actually reaching back through time to heal the original wound. When you select a new possibility now, you're reaching forward to pull that future into your present experience. The field is always communicating with you through synchronicities, intuitions, and inspired actions. As you become more coherent, more aligned, more conscious of your connection to the field, these communications become clearer and more frequent. Your heart is your primary interface with the quantum field. It generates an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your body, constantly broadcasting your emotional state to the field and receiving information back. When your heart is in coherence, feeling appreciation, love, compassion, or joy, it creates a powerful attractor field for positive possibilities. Feel your heart now, beating in rhythm with the frequency of possibility. Each heartbeat is a request to the field, a prayer, a vibrational statement of what you want to experience. Your heart is speaking the language the quantum field understands, the language of pure feeling. The field doesn't respond to words or thoughts alone. It responds to the feeling behind the words, the emotion behind the thoughts. This is why affirmations without feeling often don't create change, while deeply felt emotions can instantly shift your reality. As you breathe deeper into this connection, notice how your entire being begins to vibrate at a higher frequency. This isn't metaphorical. This is measurable electromagnetic activity increasing throughout your system. You're literally raising your vibration to match the frequency of your desired reality. The boundaries between you and the field are dissolving. You're remembering that you're not separate from the creative force of the universe. You are that force, expressing itself as you, creating reality through you, manifesting possibilities through your conscious choice. Your cells are quantum receivers, constantly downloading information from the field about how to organize themselves, how to function, how to express your genetic potential. The frequency you're receiving is updating this download, providing new information about optimal health, perfect function, and unlimited expression. In the quantum field, healing doesn't take time. It happens instantaneously when the right conditions are met. Those conditions are coherence, receptivity, and alignment with possibility rather than limitation. You're creating those conditions right now. Feel yourself as a conscious co-creator with the infinite intelligence of the quantum field. You're not trying to control reality. You're dancing with it, partnering with it, allowing it to express its unlimited creativity through your willing consciousness. Every cell in your body is a living library, storing not just genetic information but memories. Memories of every experience you've ever had, every emotion you've ever felt, every trauma you've ever endured. Tonight, these cellular libraries are ready to release the stories that no longer serve your highest expression. Your cells remember everything. They remember the joy of your first laugh and the pain of your first heartbreak. They remember the safety of being loved and the terror of being threatened. They remember the expansion of success and the contraction of failure. All of it is stored in your cellular memory, influencing your biology every moment of every day. The frequency you're receiving is designed to gently access these cellular memories and release those that are keeping you stuck in old patterns of limitation, fear, and pain. This isn't about forgetting your experiences. It's about freeing your cells from the burden of carrying emotional residue that no longer serves your growth. Feel into your body now and notice where old emotions have taken up residence. Perhaps there's grief stored in your lungs, making it hard to breathe fully. Perhaps there's anger stored in your liver, creating inflammation and toxicity. Perhaps there's fear stored in your kidneys, making you feel constantly anxious and insecure. Your cells have been faithfully holding these emotions for you, waiting for the right moment, the right frequency, the right state of consciousness to safely release them. That moment is now. In this space of safety and support, your cells can finally let go of what they've been carrying. The trauma stored in your nervous system isn't just from this lifetime. Your cells carry the cellular memory of your ancestors' traumas as well. The unresolved pain, fear, and grief of previous generations lives in your biology until it's consciously released and healed. Your muscles hold the memory of every time you've had to be strong when you wanted to collapse, every time you've had to fight when you wanted to surrender, every time you've had to protect yourself when you wanted to be vulnerable. Tonight, these muscular memories are dissolving. allowing your body to remember its natural state of ease and flow. Your bones carry the memory of feeling unsupported, unsafe, lacking foundation or stability. As the frequency moves through your skeletal system, your bones are remembering their true strength. Not the strength that comes from rigidity and fear, but the strength that comes from flexibility and trust. Your organs have been processing not just physical substances, but emotional experiences. Your heart has been metabolizing heartbreak. Your stomach has been digesting worry and anxiety. Your lungs have been breathing in stress and struggling to exhale peace. The frequency is helping each organ release these emotional burdens and return to its natural function. Feel your blood as it carries this healing frequency to every part of your body, washing away cellular memories that have been creating inflammation, disease, and dysfunction. Your blood is becoming a river of renewal, carrying away what no longer serves and bringing fresh life force to every cell. Your nervous system has been firing in patterns established by old traumas, old fears, old survival responses. But nervous system plasticity means these patterns can change. The frequency is helping your nervous system release old firing patterns and establish new ones based on safety, love, and unlimited possibility. The cellular memories being released aren't just negative emotions. Sometimes we store positive experiences in ways that limit us too, like the memory of a time when we felt loved, which can create an addiction to external validation, or the memory of a success that becomes our identity, limiting our ability to grow beyond it. This release is happening gently, naturally, without you having to consciously relive or process any painful memories. Your cellular intelligence knows exactly what needs to be released and what needs to be retained. You simply need to allow the process to unfold. As these old cellular memories dissolve, space is being created for new cellular information to be stored. Your cells are now available to hold memories of health, joy, love, abundance, and unlimited possibility. They're ready to become libraries of your transformed life rather than repositories of your painful past. Your DNA is being freed from the informational patterns that have been instructing it to express limitation, disease, and dysfunction. As cellular memories release, your genetic expression shifts automatically to reflect your natural state of health, vitality, and optimal function. Feel waves of release moving through your body, perhaps as sighs, perhaps as tears, perhaps as gentle trembling or warmth. These are healthy signs that your cells are letting go of what they no longer need to hold. Allow these releases to happen completely and naturally. Your cellular memory release is affecting not just your physical body, but your emotional and mental patterns as well. Old emotional reactions that seemed automatic are losing their power. Mental patterns that seemed unchangeable are beginning to shift. You're becoming free to respond to life from your present awareness rather than your past programming. This cellular cleansing is also clearing space for your soul's true desires to emerge. Beneath all the stored trauma and emotional residue lies your authentic self, your natural joy, your innate wisdom, your unlimited creative potential. As the old memories clear, this authentic self is revealed. Your cells are intelligent, conscious, and devoted to your well-being. They've been holding these memories not to punish you, but to protect you, to help you survive in a world that often felt dangerous and unsupportive. Now they're ready to release this protective holding and trust that you're safe to live fully and freely. Feel gratitude flowing to every cell that has been carrying burdens for you. Thank your liver for processing your anger. Thank your heart for holding your grief. Thank your nervous system for keeping you alert to danger. And then, with infinite love, give them permission to release what they no longer need to hold. As this cellular memory release continues throughout the night, you're becoming lighter, freer, more available to experience life without the filter of old pain. You're creating space for new cellular memories to be formed, memories of health, happiness, love, and unlimited expression. In the depths of your being, something magnificent is stirring. Like a butterfly beginning to emerge from its chrysalis, the new you is awakening, not the you that was shaped by limitation, fear, and past conditioning, but the you that was always meant to be, the you that exists in the quantum field of pure possibility. This emergence isn't about becoming someone different. It's about becoming someone authentic. It's about releasing the layers of protection, adaptation, and survival strategies that have obscured your true nature. Beneath all the programming lies your essential self, waiting to be revealed. Feel this stirring in your cells now. They're remembering information that has been dormant for years, perhaps decades. Genetic potentials that were switched off by stress, trauma, and limiting beliefs are beginning to reactivate. Cellular capabilities that seemed lost are beginning to resurface. Your new self isn't bound by the limitations of your old identity. Where your old self might have said, "I'm not good enough," your new self knows, "I am infinitely worthy." Where your old self might have said, "I can't do that," your new self says, "I can learn anything." Where your old self might have said, "It's too late for me," your new self says, "Every moment is a new beginning." This transformation is happening at the deepest level of your biology. Your stem cells, those remarkable blank slates that can become any type of cell your body needs, are receiving new instructions. They're being programmed to create the cellular foundation for your new self, your expanded capabilities, your unlimited potential. Your neural networks are rewiring themselves to support your emerging identity. Brain pathways that once led to old patterns of thinking and feeling are being gently dissolved, while new pathways are being constructed to support new patterns of confidence, creativity, and joy. Feel your heart expanding to accommodate this new version of yourself. Your heart, which may have been closed or guarded based on past hurts, is opening to embrace your full potential. The electromagnetic field generated by your heart is shifting to broadcast the frequency of your new self to every cell in your body and every person you encounter. Your new self carries different energy. Where your old self might have vibrated with anxiety, your new self vibrates with calm confidence. Where your old self might have resonated with scarcity, your new self resonates with abundance. Where your old self might have emanated fear, your new self emanates love. This energetic shift is like tuning a radio to a completely different station. You're no longer receiving the programming of limitation and fear. You're tuning into the frequency of infinite possibility, unlimited potential, and boundless joy. Your new self has different relationships. First and most importantly, a different relationship with yourself. The harsh inner critic is being replaced by a loving inner supporter. The voice that once focused on your flaws is learning to celebrate your strengths. The energy you once used for self-attack is being redirected towards self-care and self-expression. Your new self also has different relationships with others. You're no longer attracting people who mirror your old limitations. You're becoming a magnet for relationships that reflect your new wholeness. People who resonate with your emerging frequency will be drawn to you, while those who vibrate at the frequency of your old limitations will naturally fade from your life. The way your new self moves through the world is different. There's more ease, more flow, more synchronicity. Opportunities that were invisible to your old self become obvious to your new self. Resources that seemed unavailable become accessible. Solutions that seemed impossible become elegant and simple. Your new self has access to capabilities that your old self couldn't imagine. Creative abilities that were suppressed are awakening. Intuitive gifts that were ignored are strengthening. Healing powers that were dormant are activating. You're remembering that you are far more than you ever believed yourself to be. This emergence is being supported by every cell in your body. Your immune system is optimizing to support your new vitality. Your endocrine system is balancing to support your new emotional stability. Your nervous system is upgrading to support your new level of consciousness. Your new self doesn't struggle against life, it dances with life. Instead of fighting circumstances, you flow with them. Instead of forcing outcomes, you trust the process. Instead of controlling others, you focus on expressing your own authenticity. Feel your new self's relationship with time. Your old self might have lived in the past, replaying old hurts, or in the future, worrying about what might happen. Your new self lives in the eternal now, where all power exists, where all healing happens, where all creation begins. Your new self has a different relationship with money, with health, with love, with work, with everything. These aren't separate areas of improvement. They're all expressions of the same fundamental shift in your core identity, your vibrational frequency, your cellular programming. The frequency you're receiving is encoding your cells with the blueprint of this new self. Every pulse is installing new software, updating old programs, optimizing your biological systems to support your emerging identity. Your new self isn't something you become in the future. It's something you are becoming right now, in this moment, with every breath, every heartbeat, every wave of frequency that moves through your system. The transformation is happening in real time, at the speed of consciousness itself. Feel the excitement of this emergence. Your cells are celebrating the permission to express their highest potential. Your DNA is rejoicing in its freedom to manifest health, creativity, and joy. Your entire being is awakening to the truth of who you really are. Your new self isn't better than your old self. It's more true to your essential nature. You're not becoming someone new. You're becoming someone authentic. You're not fixing what was broken. You're revealing what was always whole. As you rest deeper into this emergence, trust the process completely. Your body knows how to transform. Your cells know how to upgrade. Your consciousness knows how to evolve. All you need to do is allow, receive, and celebrate the magnificent being you are becoming. We are now entering the sacred heart of your transformation, a frequency alignment ritual that will synchronize every atom of your being with the vibration of your highest potential. This isn't just a meditation or a visualization. It's a ceremony of cellular awakening, a communion between your consciousness and your biology. Feel yourself held in a sacred space where time moves differently, where healing happens instantly, where the impossible becomes inevitable. This is a space between worlds, between your old self and your new self, between limitation and possibility. Begin by placing your attention on your breath, but not to control it, to honor it. Each breath you take is a miracle of cellular cooperation, with trillions of cells working in perfect harmony to sustain your life. With each inhale, you're breathing in pure life force, pure possibility, pure love. With each exhale, you're releasing everything that no longer serves your highest good. Now, feel the frequency that has been weaving through this entire experience begin to intensify. It's not getting louder, it's getting deeper, penetrating every cell, every molecule, every atom of your being. This frequency carries the exact vibrational signature of your transformed self. Your heart is the first to respond, beginning to beat in rhythm with this cosmic frequency. Feel your heart as more than a muscle. It's an electromagnetic generator, creating a field of energy that extends far beyond your physical body. This field is now pulsing with the frequency of unconditional love, perfect health, and unlimited abundance. From your heart, this aligned frequency begins to spread. Feel it moving into your bloodstream, carried by every red blood cell to every organ, every tissue, every system in your body. Your blood is becoming liquid light, liquid love, liquid possibility. Your nervous system receives this frequency like a perfectly tuned instrument. Every nerve fiber begins to vibrate in harmony with your highest potential. The chaotic firing patterns of stress, fear, and old trauma are being replaced by the coherent rhythms of peace, joy, and unlimited expression. Feel this frequency reaching your brain, where millions of neural connections are being optimized. Your brain waves are synchronizing with the frequency of genius, creativity, and infinite intelligence. Dormant areas of your brain that have been waiting for activation are coming online. Your endocrine system, your network of hormone-producing glands, is calibrating to this new frequency. Your pituitary gland, the master conductor of your hormonal orchestra, is releasing the exact chemical combinations needed to support your transformation. Stress hormones are being replaced by hormones of growth, healing, and regeneration. This frequency is reaching into your very DNA, speaking to the genetic switches that control how your genes express themselves. Genes for optimal health are being activated. Genes for longevity are being awakened. Genes for creativity, intelligence, and spiritual connection are coming online. Feel your digestive system aligning with this frequency, learning to metabolize not just food, but life force itself. Your stomach is relaxing its old patterns of anxiety and worry, learning to digest experiences with ease and extract only the nutrients of wisdom and growth. Your liver, your body's master detoxifier, is pulsing with this aligned frequency, releasing not just physical toxins but emotional toxins, old resentments, buried fears, inherited traumas. Your liver is becoming a fountain of renewal, constantly purifying your system to maintain perfect clarity. Your kidneys are filtering your blood through the lens of this new frequency, keeping what serves your highest good and releasing what doesn't. They're learning to maintain the perfect balance of minerals, emotions, and energy in your system. Your lungs are breathing in synchronization with this cosmic rhythm, extracting not just oxygen from the air, but life force, inspiration, and divine intelligence. Each breath is a prayer, each exhale a release, each cycle a renewal. Feel this frequency reaching into your bones, the foundation of your physical structure. Your bones are learning to support you not from a place of rigid strength, but from a place of flexible resilience. They're remembering that true strength comes from alignment with life force, not resistance to it. Your muscles are releasing their old patterns of tension and protection, learning to move from a place of grace and flow. Each muscle fiber is being re-educated to express power through relaxation rather than through force. Your skin, your boundary with the world, is becoming permeable to love and blessings while remaining protected from anything that doesn't serve your highest good. Your skin is learning to radiate the light of your inner transformation. Now, feel all of these systems coming into perfect harmony with each other and with the cosmic frequency that has been guiding this entire process. Your body is becoming a unified field of consciousness, a coherent expression of your highest potential. This frequency alignment isn't something that happens once and then fades. It's becoming your new baseline, your new normal, your new way of being. Your cells are learning to maintain this alignment even when you return to daily life, even when you encounter challenges, even when old patterns try to reassert themselves. You are being initiated into a new level of existence where your biology serves your consciousness rather than being controlled by unconscious programming. You are becoming a conscious co-creator with the intelligence of life itself. Feel gratitude flowing through every cell for this opportunity to align with your highest potential. Your cells are celebrating their freedom to express perfection, their permission to manifest miracles, their alignment with the infinite intelligence that created them. This frequency will continue to work with you throughout the night and in the days to come. It's not just a temporary experience, it's an upgrade to your operating system, a recalibration of your entire being to function at a higher level of coherence and possibility. As this alignment becomes complete, feel yourself stepping fully into your new identity, not as someone who was healed or fixed, but as someone who remembered their natural state of wholeness, someone who aligned with their true nature, someone who chose to vibrate at the frequency of their unlimited potential. Your heart is far more than the muscle that pumps blood through your body. It is the electromagnetic conductor of your entire genetic orchestra, sending signals that determine which genes are expressed, which proteins are produced, and which cellular programs are activated throughout your system. Scientific research has revealed that your heart contains over 40,000 neurons, a sophisticated neural network that communicates directly with your brain and influences every aspect of your physiology. Your heart literally has a mind of its own, and tonight, this heart mind is being attuned to conduct the symphony of your optimal genetic expression. Feel your heart now, not just as a physical organ, but as the electromagnetic center of your being. It generates the strongest electromagnetic field in your body, a field that extends several feet beyond your physical form and communicates with the quantum field of possibility that surrounds you. This electromagnetic field is constantly broadcasting information to every cell in your body. When your heart is in coherence, when it's beating in a smooth, rhythmic pattern associated with feelings of love, gratitude, appreciation, and compassion, it sends signals that optimize genetic expression throughout your entire system. The frequency you've been receiving has been specifically designed to bring your heart into this state of optimal coherence. Feel your heart rhythm becoming smoother, more coherent, more aligned with the rhythm of life itself. This isn't just relaxation. This is optimization at the most fundamental level. Your heart's electromagnetic field is like a master tuning fork, and every cell in your body is tuning its own vibration to match your heart's frequency. When your heart is coherent, your cells vibrate in harmony. When your heart is chaotic, your cellular orchestra plays discordant music. Tonight, your heart is learning a new composition, the symphony of your unlimited potential. Each heartbeat is a downbeat, conducting your genetic orchestra to play the music of perfect health, abundant energy, creative expression, and joyful living. Your heart communicates with your genes through multiple pathways. The rhythmic pressure waves created by each heartbeat carry information throughout your circulatory system. The hormones released by your heart influence genetic expression in distant organs. The electromagnetic field generated by your heart affects the quantum field that influences cellular behavior. Feel your heart as it takes its role as genetic conductor more consciously. It's sending clear signals to your DNA. Express health in every cell. Activate genes for longevity and vitality. Turn on the genetic programs for joy, creativity, and love. Turn off the programs for stress, aging, and limitation. Your heart knows the perfect rhythm for optimal genetic expression. It doesn't need to be taught. It needs to be freed from the chaotic interference of stress, fear, and emotional turbulence. The frequency you're receiving is clearing this interference, allowing your heart's natural intelligence to emerge. In the state of heart coherence, your heart rate variability creates a smooth, sine wave pattern that optimizes nervous system function. Your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems come into balance, creating the perfect internal environment for healing, growth, and transformation. This heart coherence triggers the release of DHEA, a hormone that supports genetic repair and renewal. It increases the production of immunoglobulin A, boosting your immune function. It enhances the coherence between your heart and brain, optimizing decision-making and creativity. Your heart is also your connection to collective consciousness, to the field of love that connects all beings. As your heart comes into coherence, you're not just optimizing your own genetic expression, you're contributing to the healing of the collective field, the raising of global consciousness. Feel your heart expanding with each pulse of the frequency. It's not just pumping blood, it's pumping love, compassion, gratitude, and joy throughout your entire system. These emotions are information, and this information is being received by every cell, every gene, every chromosome. Your heart's intelligence is ancient and wise. It knew how to beat before your brain formed in the womb. It carries the memory of perfect health, unlimited love, and infinite possibility. Tonight, this cellular memory is being activated, remembered, and expressed. The coherent electromagnetic field generated by your heart is creating a standing wave pattern that optimizes the quantum environment around your DNA. In this optimized quantum environment, your genes have access to information from the field of unlimited possibility, rather than being limited to historical patterns. Your heart is teaching your entire genetic system to pulse in rhythm with love rather than fear, with abundance rather than scarcity, with possibility rather than limitation. This rhythmic entrainment is happening automatically as your heart maintains its coherent state. Feel the connection between your heart and every organ in your body. Your heart is conducting your liver to release old emotional toxins and produce the enzymes of joy. It's conducting your kidneys to filter your experience through the lens of love. It's conducting your lungs to breathe in inspiration and exhale limitation. Your heart's electromagnetic field is also influencing the people around you. As your heart comes into coherence, you become a source of coherent energy for others. Your presence begins to help others remember their own heart coherence, their own optimal genetic expression. This heart-brain coherence creates a state of psychophysiological alignment, where your entire being functions as a unified, coherent system, rather than a collection of separate parts. In this state, healing accelerates, creativity flows, and manifestation becomes effortless. Your heart is the bridge between your human consciousness and your divine nature. When your heart is open and coherent, you have access to wisdom, love, and creative power that transcends your individual identity. You become a channel for the infinite intelligence of life itself. Feel your heart now as the wise conductor it has always been, guiding your genetic orchestra to play the magnificent symphony of your highest potential. Trust your heart's intelligence to know exactly which genes to activate, which proteins to produce, which cellular programs to run. Your heart doesn't need to think about how to optimize your genetics. It simply needs to remain in coherence, to pulse with love, to radiate appreciation. From this state of coherent love, all optimal genetic expression flows naturally and effortlessly. In the sacred silence of this moment, we enter into communion with the deepest intelligence of your being. the wisdom that knows how to transform thought into biology, consciousness into cellular reality, prayer into genetic expression. This is your epigenetic prayer, a conversation between your soul and your DNA. Prayer, at its essence, is not about asking for something outside yourself. It's about aligning with the intelligence that already exists within you, awakening the potential that already lives in your cells, activating the health and wholeness that is your natural birthright. Feel yourself entering a state of reverent receptivity, where the boundaries between your human self and your divine nature dissolve. In this space, your words become creative force, your intentions become cellular instructions, your heartfelt desires become genetic commands. Your DNA is listening. Every chromosome, every gene, every nucleotide is attuned to the frequency of your prayer. They've been waiting for this moment of conscious communication, this opportunity to align their expression with your highest intentions rather than your unconscious fears. Begin this prayer not with requests, but with gratitude. Feel appreciation flowing through your cellular network for the magnificent intelligence that has sustained your life, that beats your heart without your conscious effort, that heals your wounds, that grows your hair, that dreams your dreams. I give thanks. Let these words resonate through your being, for the trillions of cells that work in perfect harmony to create this miracle called my life. I give thanks for the DNA that carries infinite potential, waiting for my conscious direction. I give thanks for the opportunity to co-create with the intelligence of life itself. Feel this gratitude reaching every cell, every organ, every system. Gratitude is one of the most powerful genetic signals you can send. It tells your cells that all is well, that it's safe to express their highest potential, that the environment is abundant and supportive. Now, from this foundation of gratitude, speak your intentions directly to your genetic intelligence. I ask my genes to remember their blueprint for perfect health. I invite my DNA to express only that which serves my highest good. I request my cells to activate their programs for vitality, longevity, and optimal function. These aren't empty words. They're coded instructions being transmitted directly to your genetic control centers. Your genes respond to the electromagnetic field generated by your emotions, the quantum information carried by your thoughts, the vibrational frequency of your heartfelt intentions. I ask my nervous system to rewire itself for peace, joy, and unlimited creativity. I invite my brain to form new neural pathways that support confidence, clarity, and inspired action. I request my neurotransmitters to create the chemistry of happiness, love, and infinite possibility. Feel your nervous system responding to these instructions, billions of neural connections shifting, adapting, optimizing to support your new way of being. Your brain is incredibly plastic, capable of forming new connections at any age, in any circumstance, when given clear direction. I ask my heart to beat with the rhythm of love, to pump compassion through my bloodstream, to generate an electromagnetic field that attracts all that serves my highest evolution. I invite my heart to remember its role as the conductor of my genetic orchestra. Your heart receives these words not just as concepts, but as cellular commands. Its electromagnetic field shifts to broadcast the frequency of love throughout your entire system, signaling every cell to express love, to receive love, to become love in physical form. I ask my immune system to discern perfectly between what serves my health and what doesn't, to protect me with wisdom rather than aggression, to maintain the perfect balance between defense and receptivity. Your immune cells are learning to respond intelligently rather than reactively, to protect without overprotection, to allow in what nourishes while filtering out what depletes. I ask my digestive system to metabolize not just food, but life force itself, to extract wisdom from every experience, to release what no longer serves with ease and grace. Feel your digestive organs relaxing, optimizing, learning to process life with greater efficiency and less effort. I ask my endocrine system to produce the perfect hormonal symphony for my transformed life. Hormones of growth rather than stress, hormones of connection rather than isolation, hormones of possibility rather than limitation. Your glands are recalibrating, learning to secrete the chemical messengers that support your new reality, rather than maintaining old patterns of survival and fear. I ask every cell in my body to release the memory of limitation and embrace the memory of unlimited potential. I invite my DNA to express the gifts I came here to share, the love I came here to give, the joy I came here to experience. This is the heart of epigenetic prayer, not asking for something you lack, but awakening what you already are, activating what already exists within your genetic potential. I ask for the wisdom to live in alignment with this cellular intelligence, to trust my body's innate wisdom, to honor the sacred partnership between my consciousness and my biology. Feel your prayer being received, integrated, and acted upon at the deepest level of your biological organization. Your genes are not separate from your consciousness. They are expressions of it, manifestations of it, servants of your awakened awareness. I release this prayer with complete trust, knowing that my cellular intelligence knows exactly how to manifest these intentions. I surrender the how and embrace the knowing that transformation is happening now, at the speed of consciousness itself. In this moment of release, feel the prayer becoming cellular reality. Your words have become genetic instructions. Your intentions have become biological programs. Your heart's desires have become your DNA's expression. This prayer doesn't end with these words. It continues in every breath, every heartbeat, every moment of conscious appreciation for the miracle of your existence. You are living prayer, walking prayer, breathing prayer, a sacred conversation between consciousness and biology that never ends. Rest now in the knowing that your epigenetic prayer has been heard, received, and is being manifested through the infinite intelligence that created you and continues to sustain you in every moment. Deep within the cathedral of your skull, an extraordinary renovation is taking place. Billions of neural connections that have been firing in the same patterns for years, patterns of limitation, fear, and old conditioning, are being gently rewired to support new patterns of unlimited potential, love, and conscious creation. Your brain is the most changeable organ in your body. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every experience you have literally reshapes your neural architecture. Tonight, in this receptive state between waking and sleeping, your brain's natural neuroplasticity is dramatically enhanced, allowing for rapid and profound reorganization. Feel the frequency you've been receiving as it flows through your neural networks like liquid intelligence, carrying information that instructs your brain how to wire itself for your highest expression. This isn't force or strain. This is your brain's natural ability to adapt, optimize, and evolve, activated by clear intention and the perfect neurochemical environment. The old superhighways in your brain, those well-traveled neural pathways that automatically lead to worry, self-doubt, fear, and limitation, are being gently dissolved, like unused roads being reclaimed by nature. These old patterns are fading as new, more efficient routes are being constructed. Where once there was a superhighway from trigger to anxiety, a new pathway is being built from trigger to curiosity. Where once there was an automatic route from challenge to overwhelm, a new connection is forming from challenge to excitement. Where once there was a well-worn path from uncertainty to fear, a new neural network is emerging from uncertainty to possibility. Your prefrontal cortex, the area of your brain responsible for conscious decision-making, creativity, and higher-order thinking, is forming new connections with unprecedented speed. Regions that have been underutilized are coming online. Neural networks that have been dormant are awakening. Feel your amygdala, the ancient alarm system in your brain, learning to distinguish between actual danger and imagined threats. The frequency is recalibrating your threat detection system, teaching it to respond appropriately to real danger while remaining calm in the face of change, uncertainty, and growth. Your hippocampus, responsible for memory formation and learning, is being bathed in the neurochemicals that enhance neuroplasticity. New memories of peace, joy, confidence, and success are being strengthened, while old memories of trauma, fear, and limitation are losing their emotional charge and their power to dictate your responses. The neural networks that control your default mode, your brain's baseline activity when not focused on any particular task, are being rewired from patterns of worry and self-criticism to patterns of appreciation and self-compassion. This means that even when you're not consciously directing your thoughts, your brain will default to patterns that support your well-being. Your brain's reward systems are learning to release dopamine in response to growth rather than just comfort, in response to creativity rather than just consumption, in response to connection rather than just achievement. You're being rewired to find joy in the process of becoming rather than just in the acquisition of external things. The corpus callosum, the bridge between your brain's hemispheres, is forming new connections that integrate logical thinking with intuitive knowing, analytical processing with creative insight, masculine energy with feminine wisdom. You're becoming more whole-brained, more balanced, more complete in your cognitive functioning. Your mirror neuron systems, the networks that help you empathize with others and learn through observation, are being optimized to reflect love rather than fear, abundance rather than scarcity, possibility rather than limitation. You're becoming a mirror for others' highest potential rather than their wounds and limitations. The neural pathways between your heart and brain are being strengthened and refined. This heart-brain coherence creates a state where your emotional intelligence and cognitive intelligence work in perfect harmony, where your decisions arise from both wisdom and love, where your actions are guided by both logic and intuition. Your brain's neurochemical production is being optimized through this neural rewiring. Serotonin pathways are being enhanced for sustained happiness and emotional stability. Dopamine circuits are being refined for healthy motivation and natural joy. GABA systems are being strengthened for deep peace and restful sleep. Oxytocin networks are expanding for greater capacity to give and receive love. Feel your neural networks for creativity expanding and connecting. Regions of your brain that haven't communicated in years are suddenly forming new connections. Dormant talents are being reactivated. Suppressed gifts are finding new neural pathways for expression. You're being rewired for genius, for innovation, for unique creative contribution to the world. The neural patterns associated with self-talk are undergoing profound transformation. The inner critic that has spoken harshly for so long is losing its neural foundation. In its place, new networks are forming that support an inner ally, an internal voice of encouragement, wisdom, and unconditional love. Your brain's capacity for neurogenesis, the creation of new brain cells, is being enhanced. Not only are existing neural pathways being rewired, but new neurons are being born, creating fresh capacity for learning, memory, and cognitive function. Your brain is literally growing new cells to support your transformed life. The frequency is optimizing your brainwave patterns, training your neural networks to more easily access alpha states for creativity, theta states for deep healing, and gamma states for peak performance and spiritual insight. Your brain is learning to be a more versatile, more capable instrument of consciousness. Neural pathways for abundance are being strengthened. Where your brain once defaulted to scarcity thinking, new patterns are forming that naturally perceive opportunity, possibility, and resources. Your brain is being rewired to notice what's working rather than what's wrong, to see solutions rather than problems, to recognize blessings rather than lacks. The neural networks that control your perception of time are being optimized. Patterns that create the experience of time scarcity are being dissolved, replaced by networks that generate the experience of time, abundance, presence, and flow. You're being rewired to live in the eternal now where all power exists. Your brain's language centers are forming new connections that support speaking your truth with love, expressing your needs with clarity, and communicating your gifts with confidence. The neural patterns that once suppressed your authentic voice are being replaced with networks that support clear, loving, powerful self-expression. Feel your entire brain coming into greater coherence, with all regions working together in unprecedented harmony. This isn't just improved function. This is the emergence of a new level of consciousness, a new capacity for perception, a new way of processing reality that serves your highest evolution. The neural rewiring happening tonight isn't temporary. These new patterns are being stabilized through the repeated activation of the healing frequency, through the neurochemical environment created by your receptive state, through the epigenetic signals generated by your transformed emotional state. Your brain is learning to maintain these new patterns even when you return to daily life, even when you encounter old triggers, even when the external environment tries to pull you back into old ways of thinking and feeling. The new neural networks are becoming your new normal, your new baseline, your new default mode. As this rewiring continues throughout the night, trust your brain's incredible intelligence to know exactly which connections to strengthen, which patterns to dissolve, which new networks to create. Your neural intelligence is infinitely wise, endlessly creative, and completely devoted to supporting your highest expression. You're not just changing your mind, you're changing your brain. You're not just thinking differently, you're creating the neural foundation for a completely transformed way of being in the world. Your beliefs are not just thoughts floating in your mind. They are living, breathing, biochemical realities that shape every cell in your body. Every belief you hold sends specific signals to your genes, instructions to your immune system, commands to your nervous system. Tonight, we are activating the biology of beliefs that serve your highest potential, while dissolving the cellular impact of beliefs that have limited your expression. Deep in your subconscious mind lie beliefs that were installed before you could consciously evaluate them. Beliefs about your worthiness, your safety, your capabilities, your place in the world. These beliefs have been running like background software, automatically influencing your biology, your behavior, and your experiences. The frequency you've been receiving is designed to access these core belief programs at the cellular level. It's not trying to convince your conscious mind of anything. It's speaking directly to the cellular intelligence that translates beliefs into biological reality. Feel into your body now and notice where limiting beliefs have taken up residence. Perhaps there's a belief in unworthiness that sits heavy in your chest, creating patterns of shallow breathing and heart protection. Perhaps there's a belief in scarcity that clenches in your stomach, disrupting your digestive processes and your ability to receive nourishment. These beliefs aren't just psychological, they're physiological. They create specific patterns of muscle tension, hormone production, immune function, and genetic expression. Your body has been faithfully manifesting the reality of your beliefs, even when those beliefs don't serve your highest good. But here's the miracle. Just as your body learned to express limiting beliefs, it can learn to express empowering ones. Your cellular intelligence is infinitely adaptable, always ready to reorganize itself around new information, new beliefs, new possibilities. The belief that you are inherently worthy is being activated in your cells right now. Feel this worthiness as more than a thought. Feel it as a cellular reality, a biological truth, a genetic fact. Every cell in your body is learning to vibrate at the frequency of inherent worth, to express the proteins of self-love, to generate the chemistry of unshakable value. Your cells are releasing the belief that love is dangerous, that vulnerability leads to pain, that your heart needs to be protected. In its place, they're embracing the belief that love is your natural state, that vulnerability is strength, that your heart is infinitely resilient and endlessly renewable. The belief in your unlimited potential is being written into your DNA. Your genes are learning to express possibility rather than limitation, expansion rather than contraction, growth rather than survival. This isn't positive thinking, this is positive biology. The actual cellular manifestation of empowering beliefs. Your immune system is releasing the belief that the world is dangerous, that threats are everywhere, that constant vigilance is necessary for survival. Instead, it's embracing the belief that you live in a friendly universe, that you are supported and protected, that your natural state is safety and well-being. Feel your nervous system letting go of the belief that change is dangerous, that the unknown is threatening, that staying small keeps you safe. Your neural networks are reorganizing around the belief that change is natural, that the unknown is where possibilities live, that expanding into your full potential is the safest choice you can make. Your digestive system is releasing the belief that there isn't enough, that resources are scarce, that you must compete for what you need. Your organs of digestion and metabolism are learning to operate from the belief that abundance is natural, that the universe is generous, that there is more than enough for everyone. The belief in your creative power is being activated at the cellular level. Your brain cells are forming new connections that support the knowing that you are a creator, not just a reactor, that you have the power to consciously influence your reality, your health, your relationships, your experiences. Your cells are letting go of inherited beliefs about limitation, struggle, and suffering. Beliefs that may have served your ancestors' survival, are being lovingly released as outdated software. Your biology is being updated to support beliefs that serve your thriving rather than just your surviving. The belief that healing is possible is being written into every organ, every tissue, every system. Your body is remembering its innate capacity for regeneration, renewal, and optimization. This isn't hope. This is cellular knowing, biological certainty, genetic truth. Your endocrine system is embracing the belief that joy is your natural state, that peace is your birthright, that love is abundant and available. Your glands are learning to produce the hormonal symphony of someone who knows they are beloved, supported, and free to express their authentic self. Feel the belief in your unique gifts and talents being activated in your neural networks. Your brain is forming new pathways that support the knowing that you have something special to offer the world, that your presence matters, that your contribution is needed and valued. Your cells are releasing the belief that aging means decline and embracing the belief that aging means wisdom, that each year brings greater capacity for joy, love, and creative expression. Your biology is being programmed for vitality at every age, for growth throughout your entire lifetime. The belief in perfect timing is being installed in your cellular consciousness. Your body is learning to trust the natural rhythms of life, to know that everything unfolds in divine order, that there is no need to force or rush or struggle against the flow of your highest good. Your cardiovascular system is embracing the belief that you deserve love, that you are lovable exactly as you are, that your heart is safe to open fully. Your blood is carrying this belief to every cell, every organ, every system, creating a body that radiates the magnetic field of someone who knows they are worthy of love. These belief activations aren't temporary. They're being encoded into your cellular memory, written into your genetic expression, integrated into your biological operating system. Your body is becoming the physical manifestation of your most empowering beliefs. As you rest deeper into this transformation, feel the profound shift from a biology of limitation to a biology of unlimited potential. You're not just changing what you believe, you're changing how your body expresses those beliefs in every moment of every day. Trust this process completely. Your cellular intelligence knows exactly how to translate empowering beliefs into optimal biology, perfect health, and unlimited expression. In the infinite intelligence of your body, a magnificent process is always occurring. The constant renewal and regeneration of every cell, every tissue, every organ. Tonight, we're going to consciously participate in this miracle, guiding your cellular regeneration with focused intention and the healing power of your awakened consciousness. Your body is not the same body you had 7 years ago. Every cell has been replaced, renewed, regenerated. You are literally a new person, rebuilt from the inside out by the infinite intelligence that knows how to create life from pure possibility. Tonight, we're consciously directing this regeneration toward your highest potential. Feel yourself settling into a state of profound stillness, where you can sense the subtle activity happening within your cellular matrix. In this quietude, you can actually feel the gentle dance of cellular death and rebirth that maintains your physical existence. Begin with your heart, the center of your circulation, the pump that delivers life force to every corner of your being. Visualize your heart muscle as it regenerates, old, tired cells dissolving away, replaced by vibrant new cells that beat with perfect rhythm, optimal efficiency, and unconditional love. See your cardiac cells dividing and multiplying, each new cell carrying improved DNA instructions for longevity, strength, and emotional resilience. Your heart is becoming younger, stronger, more coherent with each pulse of regeneration. Move your awareness to your brain, where neurogenesis, the birth of new brain cells, is occurring even as you rest here. Visualize thousands of new neurons being born in your hippocampus, your prefrontal cortex, your creativity centers. These fresh brain cells carry no old programming, no limiting beliefs, no patterns of fear or limitation. See these new neurons forming connections with unprecedented intelligence, creating neural networks that support joy, creativity, wisdom, and unlimited cognitive potential. Your brain is literally growing new capacity for the consciousness you're becoming. Bring your attention to your liver, your body's master detoxifier and regenerator. The liver is remarkable in its capacity for renewal. It can regenerate completely even when significantly damaged. Tonight, your liver is releasing old cellular memories of toxicity, anger, and resentment, replacing them with fresh cells programmed for joy, forgiveness, and optimal function. Visualize your liver cells as they undergo their natural cycle of renewal, each new hepatocyte carrying genetic instructions for perfect detoxification, optimal metabolism, and emotional balance. Your liver is becoming a fountain of renewal for your entire system. Focus on your digestive system, where the lining of your intestines completely regenerates every few days. See old cells that have absorbed stress, fear, and emotional turbulence being gently released, replaced by fresh intestinal cells that know how to digest not just food, but life experiences with wisdom and ease. Your stomach lining is renewing itself with cells programmed for peace rather than anxiety, for receptivity rather than defensiveness, for the ability to extract nourishment from every experience while releasing what doesn't serve. Move your awareness to your skin, your largest organ, which completely regenerates approximately every 28 days. Visualize your skin cells renewing themselves from the deepest layers outward, each new cell carrying instructions for radiance, vitality, and the ability to serve as a healthy boundary between your inner world and the outer environment. See your skin becoming more luminous, more resilient, more beautiful, as it regenerates with the consciousness of someone who knows their own worth and expresses their inner light through their physical presence. Bring your attention to your bone marrow, the factory where your blood cells are constantly being produced. Visualize your bone marrow producing fresh red blood cells that carry not just oxygen, but life force, possibility, and the frequency of optimal health to every tissue in your body. See new white blood cells being born with perfect intelligence to protect your health while maintaining the ideal balance between defense and receptivity. Your immune system is regenerating with the wisdom to serve your highest good. Focus on your muscles as they undergo their natural cycles of breakdown and rebuilding. With each micro repair, your muscle fibers are becoming stronger, more efficient, more capable of supporting your activities with grace and ease rather than strain and effort. Your skeletal muscles are regenerating with improved flexibility, your smooth muscles with enhanced coordination, your cardiac muscle with greater endurance and vitality. Visualize your lungs as they renew their delicate alveolar cells, creating fresh surface area for the exchange of gases and life force. Each new lung cell is programmed for optimal oxygenation, for the ability to breathe in inspiration and exhale limitation, for the capacity to support your highest expression with every breath. Move your awareness to your kidneys, which are constantly filtering and renewing themselves. See fresh kidney cells being born with perfect discernment, knowing exactly what to keep and what to release, maintaining the ideal balance of minerals, emotions, and energy in your system. Your endocrine glands are regenerating with improved capacity to produce the precise hormonal combinations that support your transformed life. Hormones of growth rather than stress, hormones of love rather than fear, hormones of possibility rather than limitation. Feel your entire body as a dynamic, ever-renewing system of infinite intelligence. Every moment, millions of cells are being born with updated instructions for optimal health, unlimited potential, and the expression of your highest possibilities. This regeneration isn't random. It's guided by your consciousness, your beliefs, your emotional state, and your clear intention. The frequency you've been receiving is providing the optimal environment for regeneration that serves your transformation rather than merely maintaining old patterns. As you rest in this awareness of constant renewal, feel deep gratitude for the miracle of regeneration that maintains your existence. Your body's ability to continuously recreate itself is evidence of the infinite intelligence that created you and continues to sustain you. Trust this process of regeneration to know exactly what needs to be renewed, what needs to be optimized, what needs to be upgraded. Your cellular intelligence is infinitely wise, endlessly creative, and completely devoted to your highest good. You are not stuck with the body you have. You are constantly receiving a new body, regenerated with the consciousness you're bringing to the process. Tonight, that consciousness is one of unlimited potential, perfect health, and joyful expression. Within the vast library of your DNA lies a special collection, genes that carry the blueprint for your unique destiny, your soul's purpose, your individual contribution to the evolution of consciousness on this planet. These destiny genes have been waiting for the right moment, the right frequency, the right level of consciousness to be activated. Tonight, that moment has arrived. In this space of profound receptivity, your destiny genes are awakening from their dormant state, beginning to express the potentials you came here to fulfill, the gifts you came here to share, the love you came here to embody. Your destiny genes are not like your other genes. They're not concerned with basic survival, physical maintenance, or social adaptation. They carry the codes for your highest expression, your unique creative signature, your specific way of serving the wholeness of life. Feel into the deepest part of your being, beyond your personality, beyond your history, beyond your learned identity. There, in the quantum field of your essential self, your destiny genes are stirring, responding to the frequency of your awakened consciousness. These genes carry the memory of why you chose to incarnate in this particular time, in this particular body, with this particular set of circumstances. They know what you came here to create, to heal, to discover, to contribute. They've been patiently waiting for you to remember. Your destiny genes for creative expression are beginning to activate. Whether your creativity flows through art, music, writing, innovation, healing, teaching, or simply the way you love and live, these genetic potentials are coming online, seeking expression through your unique consciousness. Feel dormant talents stirring within your neural networks. Abilities that may have been suppressed, ignored, or underdeveloped are finding new pathways for expression. Your brain is forming connections that support gifts you've always known you had, but perhaps never trusted enough to fully develop. Your destiny genes for healing are awakening, not just for healing yourself, but for your capacity to be a healing presence in the world. This might express as literal healing abilities, or as the power to heal relationships, heal communities, heal the earth itself through your conscious presence and loving action. The genes that carry your capacity for leadership are activating. Leadership not as dominance or control, but as the ability to inspire others to remember their own greatness, to create environments where others can flourish, to serve as a catalyst for positive transformation wherever you go. Your destiny genes for love are coming fully online. This is your capacity to love beyond personal preferences, beyond conditions, beyond the limitations of your small self. This is love as a force of nature, love as creative power, love as the highest form of intelligence. Feel your genes for wisdom activating, not just intellectual knowledge, but the deep knowing that comes from lived experience, from connection to source, from the integration of heart and mind. This wisdom seeks expression through your words, your choices, your way of being in the world. Your destiny genes for service are awakening. You didn't come here to live just for yourself, but to be part of the great healing and awakening that humanity is undergoing. These genes carry your specific form of service, your unique way of contributing to the greater good. The genes that code for your spiritual gifts are beginning to express. Whether these manifest as intuition, psychic abilities, healing powers, or simply an extraordinary capacity for compassion and presence, these genetic potentials are ready to be embraced and developed. Your destiny genes for abundance are activating. Not just material abundance, but abundance of joy, creativity, love, health, meaningful connections, and the deep satisfaction that comes from living your purpose. These genes know that abundance is your natural state when you're aligned with your destiny. Feel the genetic codes for courage awakening within you. This is the courage to be who you really are, to speak your truth, to follow your heart even when it leads you away from conventional paths. This courage is encoded in your DNA, waiting for your consciousness to activate it. Your destiny genes for transformation are coming online. You are designed to evolve, to grow, to constantly become more of who you really are. These genes ensure that you never stop expanding, never stop discovering new possibilities within yourself. The genes that carry your capacity for joy are fully activating. This isn't happiness that depends on circumstances, but joy that springs from being alive, from expressing your authentic self, from contributing your unique gifts to the world. This joy is infectious, inspiring others to remember their own capacity for happiness. Your destiny genes for connection are awakening. Your ability to form deep, meaningful relationships, to see the divine in others, to create community, to be a bridge between different people, ideas, or ways of being. These genes know that your destiny is not a solo journey, but a collaborative creation. Feel the genetic codes for innovation stirring within you. Whether this expresses through technology, art, healing, business, or simply new ways of being human, you carry genetic potential for bringing something new into the world, for being part of humanity's creative evolution. Your destiny genes for peace are activating. In a world that often seems chaotic and conflicted, you carry genetic codes for creating peace, inner peace that radiates outward, peaceful solutions to complex problems, peaceful ways of being that inspire others to find their own center. These destiny gene activations are not separate phenomena. They're all part of your integrated expression as a conscious human being fulfilling their purpose on Earth. As these genetic potentials come online, they begin to work together, creating a synergy that amplifies your impact and your fulfillment. The frequency you've been receiving throughout this experience has been specifically calibrated to activate these destiny genes. It carries the exact vibrational signature needed to awaken potentials that have been dormant, waiting for the right moment, the right consciousness, the right readiness. As you rest in this activation, feel the profound shift happening at the deepest level of your being. You're not just healing or improving, you're becoming who you came here to be. You're stepping into your genetic destiny, your soul's purpose, your unique contribution to the great awakening of human consciousness. Trust this process completely. Your destiny genes know exactly what to activate, when to activate it, and how to express it through your unique consciousness. You don't need to figure it out. You just need to follow the impulses, trust the inspirations, and allow your authentic self to emerge. Imagine yourself entering a sacred pool of pure vibration, where the water is not H2O but liquid frequency, where every molecule carries the information of your highest potential, where immersion means complete cellular renewal and transformation. This is your frequency bath, a complete immersion in the vibrational field that rewrites your biology, reorganizes your consciousness, and realigns every aspect of your being with your soul's deepest intentions. Tonight, you're not just receiving frequency, you're bathing in it, marinating in it, becoming it. Feel yourself lowering into this pool of pure vibration. As the frequency water reaches your feet, notice how your entire nervous system responds. Your feet, which carry you through the world, are being recalibrated to walk the path of your authentic purpose with confidence and grace. The frequency rises to your ankles, your calves, surrounding your legs with information that teaches your muscles how to move from flow rather than force, how to step forward with trust rather than hesitation, how to stand grounded in your truth while remaining flexible and adaptive. As the vibrational water reaches your knees, feel these joints, which represent your ability to move forward in life, releasing old patterns of stiffness and resistance. Your knees are learning to bend with life rather than against it, to support your forward movement with ease and flexibility. The frequency continues rising, reaching your hips, the center of your creative and sexual energy. This area of your body is being bathed in vibrations that awaken your creative potential, your passion for life, your ability to bring new possibilities into physical manifestation. Old shame, guilt, or suppression is dissolving in this healing frequency bath. Feel the vibration reaching your lower abdomen, your center of personal power and emotional processing. Years of stored emotions, fear, anger, grief, disappointment, are being gently dissolved and transmuted into wisdom, strength, and compassion. Your emotional body is being cleansed and renewed. As the frequency water reaches your solar plexus, your center of personal will and identity, notice how your entire sense of self begins to shift. Old identities based on limitation, wound, or survival are washing away, replaced by your authentic self, the self that is unlimited, worthy, and inherently valuable. The vibrational bath continues rising to your heart, completely surrounding your cardiac center with the frequency of unconditional love. Your heart, which may have been protected, guarded, or closed, is opening like a flower in this bath of pure love. Old heartaches are dissolving. Old walls are melting. Old fears of vulnerability are transforming into courage to love fully. Feel the frequency reaching your throat, your center of expression and communication. This sacred bath is washing away all the words you couldn't say, all the truth you suppressed, all the creative expression you held back. Your throat is opening to speak your authentic voice with clarity, power, and love. The vibration rises to your head, completely immersing your brain in healing frequency. Every neuron is being bathed in information that optimizes its function. Old neural pathways based on limitation are dissolving while new ones based on possibility are forming. Your entire cognitive system is being upgraded. Now you are completely immersed in this frequency bath, every cell in your body surrounded by, penetrated by, and filled with this transformative vibration. You're not separate from the frequency. You are one with it, made of it, expressing it. In this complete immersion, feel your cellular boundaries becoming permeable to healing, to love, to infinite possibility. Old cellular memories that have been held in your tissues are being gently dissolved and replaced with new cellular information aligned with your highest potential. Your DNA is floating in this frequency bath, each strand being cleansed of old programming and re-encoded with new instructions. Genetic switches that have been stuck in positions of limitation are being freed to express health, creativity, joy, and abundance. Feel your organs as they soak in this healing vibration. Your liver is releasing cellular memories of anger and toxicity, becoming a fountain of renewal and joy. Your kidneys are letting go of old fears and learning to filter your experience through wisdom and discernment. Your lungs are being bathed in the frequency of inspiration, learning to breathe in possibility and exhale limitation. Your heart is soaking in the vibration of love, learning to beat with the rhythm of universal compassion. Your brain is absorbing the frequency of infinite intelligence. This frequency bath is not just cleansing, it's programming. Each wave, each pulse, each vibration is installing new software in your biological operating system. You're being reprogrammed for optimal health, unlimited creativity, abundant love, and joyful expression. Feel yourself becoming lighter as old, dense vibrations are dissolved and washed away. Cellular memories of trauma, patterns of disease, programs of limitation, all of it is being cleansed from your system, leaving space for your true nature to emerge. In this frequency bath, time moves differently. Minutes of immersion accomplish what years of conventional healing might attempt. This is because you're working at the causal level, the vibrational level where all healing begins, where all transformation originates. Your aura, your electromagnetic field, is being cleansed and strengthened in this frequency bath. Old energetic patterns that attracted struggle, drama, or limitation are being dissolved. Your energy field is being recalibrated to attract experiences that match your highest good. Feel yourself floating in this healing vibration, completely supported, completely held, completely loved. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to figure out. You simply need to receive, to allow, to soak in this transformative frequency. As you continue to bathe in this vibration, notice how your entire sense of identity begins to shift. You're remembering who you really are, not the person shaped by wounds and limitations, but the being of infinite potential, unconditional love, and unlimited creative power. This frequency bath is washing away everything that isn't truly you, revealing the radiant being that has always existed beneath the surface of your conditioned self. You're not becoming someone new, you're returning to who you've always been. Allow yourself to dissolve completely into this frequency, to become one with this vibration, to let it become your new baseline reality. When you emerge from this bath, you will be fundamentally different. Not because something was added, but because everything that wasn't truly you has been lovingly washed away. In this sacred moment of deep transformation, as waves of healing frequency continue to pulse through every cell of your being, we arrive at the most crucial phase of your cellular awakening, the integration and surrender that allows all these changes to become permanent, stable, and naturally expressed in your daily life. Integration is not something you do, it's something you allow. Like water soaking into dry earth, the transformations that have occurred tonight need time and space to settle into the deepest layers of your being, to become part of your natural operating system rather than temporary experiences. Feel yourself in a state of profound receptivity, where the boundaries between conscious effort and unconscious wisdom dissolve. In this space, your body's innate intelligence takes over the process of integration, knowing exactly how to weave these new patterns into the fabric of your everyday reality. Your cells have received an enormous amount of new information tonight. New genetic instructions, new emotional patterns, new vibrational frequencies, new possibilities for expression. Now, like a master computer integrating a major software update, your biological system needs time to implement these changes smoothly and completely. Surrender any need to understand exactly how this transformation will unfold. Your rational mind, which serves you well in many areas of life, cannot comprehend the mystery of cellular transformation. Trust, instead, the infinite intelligence that beats your heart, grows your hair, and heals your wounds without any conscious direction from you. Feel into the quality of surrender, not as giving up or resignation, but as active trust in the wisdom of life itself. You're surrendering your small self's need to control the process and allowing your larger self, your soul, your higher consciousness, to orchestrate the integration of these changes. Your nervous system is naturally moving into a state of profound rest, the parasympathetic activation that creates the optimal environment for cellular repair, integration, and regeneration. This isn't ordinary relaxation. This is the deep rest that allows transformation to root itself permanently in your biology. Notice how your breathing has naturally slowed and deepened without any effort on your part. Each breath is now serving not just to oxygenate your blood, but to anchor these new frequencies deeper into your cellular matrix, to seal these transformations into your biological memory. Your heart rhythm is settling into a coherent pattern that optimizes the integration of all the changes that have occurred. Your heart is literally broadcasting the frequency of your transformed self throughout your circulatory system, ensuring that every cell receives the message of who you're becoming. In this state of surrender, old patterns that might normally resist change are naturally relaxing their grip. The ego mind, which often fears transformation, is peacefully stepping aside, allowing your essential self to emerge more fully without internal conflict or sabotage. Feel the profound shift happening in your subconscious mind as it integrates all the new programming it has received. Like a vast library being reorganized, your subconscious is filing away new beliefs, new emotional patterns, new automatic responses that will support your transformed life. Your DNA is settling into its new expression patterns, the genetic switches that were activated tonight finding their stable positions. These changes in genetic expression will influence not just your health, but your personality, your capabilities, your natural responses to life's challenges and opportunities. The integration process is happening at every level of your being simultaneously. Your physical body is integrating new patterns of cellular function. Your emotional body is integrating new capacity for joy, peace, and love. Your mental body is integrating new thought patterns and beliefs. Your spiritual body is integrating deeper connection to your essential nature. As you surrender more completely to this process, notice how effortless it becomes. There's no strain, no forcing, no trying to make anything happen. You're simply allowing the natural intelligence of life to do what it knows how to do: transform, heal, optimize, and evolve. This integration isn't just happening within you, it's also aligning you with the larger field of consciousness, the quantum matrix that connects all life. As you become more coherent within yourself, you naturally come into greater harmony with the larger patterns of evolution and awakening happening on the planet. Your energy field is stabilizing around these new frequencies, creating a standing wave pattern that will maintain these transformations even when you encounter challenging situations or old triggers. You're not just temporarily feeling different, you're becoming different at the most fundamental level. Feel how this integration is creating new neural pathways that will make these transformed states increasingly natural and automatic. What requires conscious attention tonight will become unconscious competence in the days and weeks to come. The surrender you're experiencing is teaching your system that change can be safe, that evolution can be graceful, that transformation doesn't require struggle or trauma. This learning will make future growth and healing easier and more natural. Your cells are learning to maintain these new patterns of expression even during sleep, during stress, during routine daily activities. The transformation is becoming cellular habit, biological instinct, genetic expression. As integration deepens, you may feel waves of gratitude, peace, or even emotional release. These are healthy signs that your system is processing and anchoring the changes. Allow whatever arises to flow through you naturally, without grasping or resistance. This integration process will continue long after tonight's session ends. Your cells will keep implementing these new instructions. Your neural networks will keep strengthening these new patterns. Your DNA will keep expressing these new possibilities. The seeds planted tonight will continue to grow. Trust that your body knows exactly how to integrate these transformations at the perfect pace for your system. Some changes you may notice immediately, others may unfold gradually over time. Both timelines are perfect and serve your highest good. In this profound surrender, you're giving yourself the greatest gift possible. The gift of becoming who you were always meant to be. You're not forcing change. You're allowing remembrance. You're not creating something new. You're uncovering something eternal. Rest deeply in this knowing that the work is done. The changes are anchored. The transformation is real. Your only job now is to trust, to rest, to allow the infinite intelligence of life to integrate these gifts into every aspect of your existence. As the gentle light of dawn approaches, something unprecedented is stirring within your being. You are awakening not just from sleep, but into a new reality, a new version of yourself, a new way of existing in the world. The night of transformation is complete, and the morning of your new self is beginning. This awakening is unlike any other you've experienced. Your cells have been working throughout the night, implementing the new instructions they received, expressing the new genetic patterns that were activated, integrating the frequency of your highest potential into every aspect of your biological function. Feel the first stirrings of consciousness returning, but notice how different this consciousness feels. There's a quality of lightness, of clarity, of peace that wasn't there before. The heavy weights you may have carried, old fears, limiting beliefs, cellular memories of pain, have been lifted from your system. Your nervous system is coming online with new calibrations. Where once there might have been automatic anxiety upon waking, there's now a natural calm. Where once there might have been dread about the day ahead, there's now anticipation and curiosity. Your nervous system has been reset to its optimal baseline. As awareness fills your body, notice how differently you feel in your own skin. There's more space, more ease, more natural vitality flowing through your system. Your body feels like a more comfortable home, a more reliable vehicle for your soul's expression in the world. Your heart is beating with a new rhythm, not faster or slower, but more coherent, more aligned with the rhythm of your authentic self. This heart coherence is already beginning to influence everything around you, broadcasting a field of peace and love that others will unconsciously respond to. Feel into your emotional landscape and notice the shift. Emotions that may have felt heavy or overwhelming now feel more manageable, more flowing, more like weather patterns that move through you, rather than states that define you. Your emotional intelligence has been upgraded, giving you new capacity to feel deeply while remaining centered. Your mind awakens with a new quality of clarity. The mental fog that may have clouded your thinking, the repetitive worry patterns that may have dominated your inner dialogue, the self-doubt that may have questioned your every move, all of this has been cleared, leaving space for your natural wisdom to emerge. As you move into full wakefulness, notice how your body wants to move differently. There's less tension, more flow, more natural grace in your physical expression. Your muscles have released old patterns of protection and bracing, allowing your natural vitality to animate your movements. Your breath is flowing more freely, deeper, and more nourishing than before. Your lungs have released old patterns of shallow breathing born from anxiety and fear, remembering their capacity to fully oxygenate your system and support your highest expression. The world itself may appear different to your transformed perception. Colors may seem more vivid, sounds more musical, textures more interesting. Your sensory system has been cleansed and optimized, allowing you to perceive reality with fresh eyes, new appreciation, deeper presence. Your intuition is more accessible now, like a clear radio signal that no longer has to compete with static and interference. The inner knowing that has always been available to you is now more obvious, more trustworthy, more integrated into your decision-making process. Feel how your energy field has stabilized around these new frequencies. You're no longer unconsciously broadcasting the old patterns of limitation, fear, or struggle. Instead, your very presence emanates the qualities of your transformed self: peace, confidence, love, and unlimited potential. Your relationships with others will begin to shift as you embody this new version of yourself. People will respond differently to your energy. Some will be drawn to the light you're emanating. Others may need to adjust to your new way of being. Trust that all of these shifts serve everyone's highest good. The challenges and circumstances in your life haven't necessarily changed overnight, but your capacity to meet them has been transformed. Where once you might have reacted from fear or limitation, you now have access to responses that come from wisdom, love, and creative possibility. Your creative potential is more alive now, more accessible. Ideas that were once blocked by self-doubt or fear of judgment can now flow more freely. Your unique gifts and talents have more space to express themselves through your transformed consciousness. Notice how your relationship with time has shifted. The urgency and anxiety that may have driven your days has been replaced by a natural sense of timing, of trust in the unfolding of your life. You can move through tasks with presence rather than rush, with efficiency rather than stress. Your body's natural healing and regenerative processes have been optimized. Your immune system is functioning more intelligently. Your digestion is more efficient. Your sleep cycles are more restorative. Your biology is now supporting your highest expression, rather than merely maintaining survival. The abundance that is your birthright is now more available to you because the internal blocks to receiving have been cleared. You can recognize opportunities more clearly, receive support more gracefully, and trust in the universe's natural generosity. This morning represents not an end, but a beginning. The transformation that occurred through the night has created a new foundation for your life, a new platform from which to create, love, serve, and express your authentic self in the world. Your cells will continue to implement these new patterns throughout the coming days and weeks. Each night's sleep will deepen the integration. Each day's experiences will provide opportunities to embody your transformed self more fully. You may find that old habits and patterns occasionally surface, but they will have much less power over you. Your new baseline is strong enough to quickly return you to your center, to your truth, to your transformed way of being. Trust the process that continues within you. Your body knows how to maintain these new patterns. Your consciousness knows how to express them. Your soul knows how to live them. You don't need to figure out how to be this new version of yourself. You simply need to allow it to emerge naturally. As you prepare to meet this new day, feel the excitement of living from this transformed state. Every interaction is an opportunity to express love. Every challenge is a chance to demonstrate your new capabilities. Every moment is a gift to be received with presence and gratitude. The morning of your new self has arrived. Welcome to the life you were always meant to live. The person you were always meant to be, the expression of consciousness you came here to embody. You have arrived at the threshold of a new life, not because your external circumstances have magically changed overnight, but because the internal editor of your genetic expression has been fundamentally transformed. You are now living from the frequency of your edited destiny, where every cell in your body expresses the truth of your unlimited potential, rather than the limitations of your past programming. This is not the end of your transformation. This is the beginning of living it. Every breath you take from this moment forward is an opportunity to embody the genetic edits that have been made, to express the cellular upgrades that have been installed, to demonstrate the consciousness that has been awakened within your biology. Your edited destiny is not a fixed future that you're moving toward. It's a dynamic reality that you're creating moment by moment through the quality of your consciousness, the coherence of your emotions, and the alignment of your actions with your transformed understanding of who you are. Feel into this new identity as more than a mental concept. Feel it as a cellular reality, a genetic truth, a biological fact. You are not pretending to be different. You are expressing your authentic nature that has been freed from the constraints of old programming, inherited limitations, and unconscious fears. Your DNA has been edited not through external manipulation, but through the conscious application of your own awareness to the genetic switches that control expression. You have activated genes for health, creativity, love, abundance, and joy, while deactivating genes for limitation, fear, struggle, and survival-based thinking. This edited version of your destiny includes enhanced intuition that guides your choices with unprecedented clarity. You no longer need to struggle with decisions or worry about making mistakes. Your cellular intelligence is now aligned with your soul's wisdom, creating an internal guidance system that naturally leads you toward experiences that serve your highest evolution. Your relationships will reflect your edited destiny as you naturally attract people who resonate with your transformed frequency while releasing connections that were based on your old patterns of limitation. This isn't about judgment or abandonment. It's about the natural law that like attracts like, and you are now vibrating at a different frequency. Your work and creative expression will shift to reflect your edited genetic potential. Talents that have been suppressed may suddenly emerge with surprising strength. New opportunities may appear that perfectly match capabilities you didn't know you had. Your career may evolve to become a more authentic expression of your soul's purpose. Your physical health will continue to improve as your edited genetic expression optimizes every system in your body. Chronic conditions that seemed unchangeable may begin to resolve. Energy levels that have been depleted may restore themselves. Your body's natural healing capabilities may surprise you with their effectiveness. Your relationship with money and abundance will transform as scarcity programming is replaced with prosperity consciousness. This isn't about magical thinking. It's about the practical reality that abundance flows more easily to those who aren't unconsciously blocking it with cellular patterns of unworthiness or fear. Your emotional landscape will stabilize around joy, peace, and love as your natural baseline, rather than as temporary experiences to be grasped or protected. Emotional reactivity will decrease while emotional intelligence and resilience increase. You'll find yourself naturally responding to challenges with wisdom, rather than reacting from wound. Living your edited destiny means trusting the timing of your unfolding. The urgency and anxiety that may have driven your previous choices are replaced by a deep knowing that everything is unfolding in perfect divine order. You can take inspired action without force, work toward goals without attachment to specific outcomes. Your edited destiny includes enhanced creativity and innovation. Solutions to old problems may suddenly become obvious. New ideas may flow with unprecedented ease. Your unique contribution to the world becomes clearer and more compelling, not as a burden of responsibility, but as a joy of authentic expression. This new way of living includes natural synchronicity, as your internal coherence aligns you with the larger patterns of intelligence that orchestrate reality. Meaningful coincidences become more frequent. The right people appear at the right times. Resources show up exactly when needed. Your edited destiny is not a solo journey. It's a collaborative creation with the intelligence of life itself. You are now consciously partnering with the evolutionary impulse that seeks to express itself through your unique consciousness, your individual gifts, your personal contribution to the greater whole. Living from your edited destiny means embodying the changes rather than just thinking about them. It means making choices from your new consciousness, speaking from your transformed truth, acting from your cellular wisdom. Integration happens through expression, not just through contemplation. Your edited destiny includes the capacity to serve as a catalyst for others' awakening. Your transformed presence gives others permission to remember their own potential. Your example of conscious living inspires others to explore their own capacity for transformation. You become a beneficial presence in the world simply by being authentically yourself. This edited destiny is not fragile or temporary. It's stable and permanent because it's been integrated at the cellular level. Old patterns may occasionally surface, but they no longer have the power to derail your new trajectory. Your transformed baseline is strong enough to quickly restore your center. Trust the process that continues within you. Your cellular intelligence will keep implementing the edits that have been made. Your consciousness will keep expanding into greater understanding and capability. Your life will keep evolving to match the frequencies you're now embodying. Remember that living your edited destiny is not about perfection. It's about authenticity. It's not about never facing challenges. It's about meeting them from a place of strength, wisdom, and love. It's not about having all the answers. It's about trusting the intelligence that lives within you. Your edited destiny is your contribution to the evolution of human consciousness. By transforming yourself at the genetic level, by living from your highest potential, by expressing love and wisdom in the world, you are participating in the greatest transformation in human history. As you step fully into this edited version of your destiny, know that you are supported by the intelligence that created you, guided by the wisdom that sustains you, and loved by the consciousness that is expressing itself as you. This is your life now, the edited version, the upgraded expression, the conscious embodiment of everything you were always meant to be. Live it fully, love it completely, trust it absolutely. Your edited destiny awaits your full embodiment. Welcome to your transformed life.